What's good? What's good? What's good? How y'all feeling, man? Welcome to the live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We back. Had a little hole open up in the schedule, so I decided to jump on and see what y'all had going on, man. Continuing this conversation. It's a never-ending conversation about how you could be doing half anything you desire. Can't nothing stop you except for you. Your only limit in life is your own imagination. If you could think it, you could do it. You got to be careful what you think, because your body follows the mind. When you send your mind to what you don't want, you accidentally sending your body to what you don't want. You got to start purposely sending your mind to where you want to go, man. The mind follows the body. If you're going to use willpower, the way that you use willpower is to direct the mind. Directing the mind is going to require you to have a goal. It's going to require you to have a well defined outcome. You got to start getting specific about what you want. And it's okay because clarity comes in layers. I'm not saying you got to sit down in one sitting and just know everything you want, but you got to constantly be revisiting the topic of what do I want so that those details can fill in more and more and more and more. And as you get more clarity about what you want, the better the ideas get. The more energy gets moving around what you want, and then it becomes like a magnet. It starts to draw things in. Just like you don't have to try to get down and out and depressed and feeling like it's too hard or I just can't do it. When you allow your mind to get traction around what you don't want, the same thing happens at the other end of the stick as you allow your mind just to start to sit with what you want. As you allow yourself to brainstorm, just allow your imagination to play around in the arena of what you want. You start to move that way on accident, man. You could be doing have anything that you desire. The only thing that could ever stop you is you. Nothing can stop you except your own limited thinking. Stop thinking limited. Give yourself permission to think big. Challenge yourself to think big. And watch how you start accidentally moving in alignment with those thoughts. Just let your mind wander. The dope thing about letting your mind wander is you can let your mind wander from the bed. You can let your mind wander as you sit on the balcony. You can let your mind wander while you're chilling. I'm not asking you to get up and start doing anything different right here, right now. I'm asking you to start setting your imagination in a direction that you want to go. Where the mind goes, the body follows. Keep sending your imagination to more. Keep sending your imagination to the life you would like to have. Keep sending your imagination to a version of you that's limitless. And watch how you start accidentally, magically morphing into this new thing. Watch how you start accidentally becoming more confident as you calibrate to this new mindset. You gotta hold it in your head before you can hold it in your hands. And the reason you don't feel like you can hold it in your hands is because you haven't been taking the time to hold it in your head. Do yourself a favor. Get clear about what you want and start holding that image in your head. Start thinking about that image. Find you some friends to talk about those images with. Find some other people who get excited about it with you. Don't talk to people who don't get excited. Don't talk to people who can't see. Don't talk to those people who gotta see it before they believe it. Find you some other people in your life who can believe it before they see it and chop it up with them about these things that don't yet exist. As you keep talking about it, as you keep thinking about it, new books gonna start showing up in your awareness. This TikTok algorithm gonna start showing you and connecting you to things and people and resources to help. You gotta understand the whole world is working in alignment with your thinking. Appreciate you, Markel. The entire world is working in alignment with your thinking. The world is not against you. The world is not for you. The world is aligning to your thinking. Law of attraction is not out to get you. Law of attraction is doing everything in its power to keep you thinking the way that you've been thinking. But if you want to feel like law of attraction is working for you and not against you, what you got to do is start redirecting your mind in the direction you want. Now, when that becomes your habit of thought, when that becomes a way that you have momentum going, it gets so much easier to think about what you want. The reason you might be struggling with positive thinking right now is because you got a lot of momentum in the opposite direction. You got a lot of practice with thinking about what you don't want. I promise you it's worth a little bit of struggle. I promise you it's worth being uncomfortable for a little while to start using your willpower and say, we're not going to think about that. We're going to think about this. What would I rather have? I'm not going to sit here and meditate on what I don't want. I'm not going to sit here and get hypnotized by what I don't want. I'm not going to sit on this phone and talk about what I don't want. I'm going to start using my imagination on purpose. I'm going to start thinking on purpose. Just because I thought it yesterday doesn't mean that I have to think today. Just because I've been thinking this for the last 10 years doesn't mean that I have to continue this thought. I am a human. I am a creator. I have consciousness. I can choose to take my attention off of it and put my attention on this. Now, law of attraction is gonna my mind gonna want to do what it's been doing. My job on the front is to say, get back over here. Get back over here. I don't got to get upset. I don't got to get mad. But what I do have to do is notice when my mind is going back to that old way of thinking, and get back over here. You got to understand your mind is a pattern learning machine. Eventually, it's gonna learn. He not letting me go over there. Eventually, it's going to get on board. You got to keep going to get. I'm not thinking about poverty. I'm thinking about riches. I'm not thinking about sickness. I'm thinking about health. I'm not thinking about this thing to piss me off. I'm going to sit here and think about the life that I would rather have. I'm going to start using that energy. That you get a surge of energy when you get offended. You get a surge of energy when you get pissed off. I'm gonna start using that surge of energy to create the life I want. I'm not gonna use that energy to argue with you. I'm not gonna use that energy to try to convince you that I'm right. I'm gonna use that energy to create the life I want. You gotta hold it in your head. You got to get the conception of it in your head. People who've been watching me stream, I talk about the 5 C's: clarity, calibration, confidence, competence, consistency. Do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor and wrap yourself in these 5 C's. Clarity. I can't get what I want until I know what I want. I got to get clear about what I want. After I get clear about what I want, calibration. I got to get calibrated to what I want. Calibration is about me putting my attention on what I want. When I calibrate to a funny movie, it makes me laugh. When I calibrate to a sad movie, it makes me sad. When I calibrate to an action movie, it gets me excited. When I calibrate to what I don't want, it makes me feel down. It makes me feel like I can't do it. It makes me feel defeated. But when I calibrate to what I want, I feel unstoppable. When I calibrate to what I want, I feel creative. When I calibrate to what I want, I feel inspired. I feel motivated. I want you to start calibrating on purpose. Stop calibrating on accident, man. Stop getting on this app and letting it calibrate you to any and everything. Stop just turning on that radio and letting it calibrate you to any and everything. Stop just winding up in random conversations and getting calibrated to any and everything. I want you to start calibrating on purpose. I want you to start calibrating to your goals. I want you to start calibrating to your well-formed outcomes. I want you to start calibrating to the reason you wake up in the morning. I want the last thing you do every night and the first thing you do every morning is to calibrate. As you go into bed, I want you to ask yourself, what is the version of myself that I want to take into the next day? This is the dope thing about the imagination. This is the dope thing about the subconscious mind. This is the dope thing about your nervous system and your endocrine system. It don't matter what happened 2 seconds ago. It's going to immerse itself in whatever story you tell it in this moment. As you going to sleep at night, tell yourself the story of the person you desire to be. I don't care how bad you screwed up that day. As you're going to sleep, tell yourself the story of the man you desire to be. Tell yourself the story as the woman you desire to be. Because as you go to sleep and that critical mind opens and you fell asleep in the sitting in the consciousness of the person you desire to be, your subconscious got 6, 7, 8 hours to chew on that narrative. You're gonna wake up feeling different. And then when you wake up in the morning, before you get out of bed, I encourage you to add an extra 5 to 10 minutes of buffer time between the time your alarm go off and the time your feet gotta hit the floor. Start taking that 5 to 10 minutes to feel good first. Make the top priority every day feeling good. Think about whatever you need to think about. Remember whatever you need to remember to feel good. Don't get out of that bed until you feel good. Start making that the top order of your day. Before you check on the weather, before you check your bank account, before you look at the scale, before you look in the mirror, before you even look at your babies and talk to your kids. I want you to start taking about 5 to 10 minutes in that bed just feeling good, thinking about whatever you need to think about to start feeling good. Start feeling good and then do life. It makes a difference. Start feeling good and then tap in with other people. Get you together and then try to help other people. You got to think about when you're on that flight and they tell you if this thing crash. If this thing start going bad, I need you to put your mask on first. Put your mask on before you try to help the other people around you. Put your mask on. I mean, put your mask on first. Because when you put that mask on, I'm telling you, you got access to ideas that you don't got access to with that mask on. When you put that mask on, you solution oriented. When you got that mask on and you took time to get you right in the morning, you can see solutions where other people see problems. You know, I always say you can see oak trees where other people see acorns. You can see full blown businesses where other people say, man, that's a good idea. Too bad the economy. Take time to calibrate from the bed. Stop seeing how the day gonna go and waiting to see how you gonna feel from bed. As soon as you realize you're awake, start making a conscious decision to feel good. Don't wait to see how you're gonna feel. As soon as you go, oh man, I'm awake. Start making a conscious decision to feel good. I don't want to see no phone when I first wake up. I don't want to see no newspaper when I first wake up. Don't give me no bad news. Do not wake me up out of my sleep to give me no bad news. I will do life after I feel good. I don't care who it is. I don't care what. I'll deal with it after I feel good. You're gonna give me 5 to 10 minutes to feel good first. Then I'll do life. But as you get in the habit of doing that, you'll be surprised what you can do in 30 seconds. I need you guys to understand that feeling good is a skill. Feeling good is a skill. I want you to start working on the skill of feeling good. Stop leaving your feeling good up to how other people treat you. Stop leaving your feeling good up to what the weather is outside. Stop leaving your feeling good based on how other people respond. I want you to master the skill of feeling good. Some people have mastered the skill of depression. Some people have mastered the skill of not feeling good. I want you to master the skill of feeling good. Make feeling good your top priority. When you feel good, everybody around you benefits. When I feel good, my kids get a better dad. My mom get a better son. My grandma get a better grandson. My sisters get a better big brother. When I feel good, my cousins get a better cousin. My friends get a better friend. My clients get a better therapist. When I feel good, I'm on my game. When I feel good, I'm creative. When I feel good, I'm quick on my toes. When I feel good, I know what to say. When I feel good, I'm just really in my bag. When I feel good, everybody around me benefits. Take time to feel good. Feeling good, knowing what you want, and calibrating on purpose. Feeling good, knowing what you want, calibrating on purpose. Stop calibrating on accident, calibrate on purpose. From that place of feeling good, that's where you take action. From that place of feeling good, that's where you take action, and you do that consistently, man. That's the a speed through course of the 5 C's. But to those of you who've been watching the content, I know you've heard about clarity, calibration, confidence, competence, consistency. I really want you to understand those aren't just 5 random words that I picked because they all start with a C. Those 5 words are the success formula. Those 5 words are the words that helped me birth all of these businesses, all of these brands that you see me running, all of these things that you see my hand in, all of the opportunities that's presenting themselves come on the other side of me applying those 5 C's to my life. I really want you to understand that successful people aren't special. They just have processes that work. What's going on, Thad? Hey, we got to lock back in, man. I've been all over the place, but I'm settling back in. We got to jump on the call real soon. But successful people aren't special. They just have processes that work. If you put Albert Einstein's brain on the table and your brain on the table, there's no extra parts on his brain. His brain is no different than yours. He has processes that work. Every day I get on here free of charge and I give you a process that works. You're not broken. You've been running a broken process. Start using a process that works and watch how you become successful on accident. You don't got to put your faith on where you've been. Put your faith in this process. You don't got to put your faith on, well, last 10 times, I don't care what didn't work last time. Try it with this process. Do it with a new process. Get clear about what you want. Get calibrated to what you want. Keep calibrating. Calibrate over and over and over again until you become confident in what you want. From that confidence, do competence. Most people tell you that you do competence first and then competence. Nope, I don't agree. Get confident first and then do competence. I want you to walk in the classroom with the mindset that I'm a quick learner. If you do it in front of me, I got it. I'm the type of person that retains information well. I want you to get confident and then go back to school. I want you to get confident and then go back to the gym. I'm doing it this time. I'm losing 100 pounds. I'm going to wear a large in shirts. I'm going to wear a size 34 in jeans. I'm going to walk on the beach with my shoulders back, my chest. I want you to get confident in your outcome, then go to the gym. I want you to get confident in your outcome, then go to the business. Notice I said confident in your outcome. The skill set is going to be bridged in the middle. I want you to be confident in your outcome. I want you to do the work of convincing yourself that this version of you can do that thing that you desire to do. Not some future version of you 10 years in the future. Not some version of you once you finally get promoted and you finally move to a new, this version of you right here. This version of you right here can do that thing that you desire to do. And this version of you right here is going to get 1% better every day. This version of me is going to get incrementally better and morph into the version of me that can easily do those things that need to be done so I can have those results that I want to have. Do the work of convincing yourself of that, then take action. That's what those first three C's about. Clarity, calibration, confidence. That's what that's all about. Get clear about what you want, calibrate to what you want. Keep calibrating until you become confident in what you want. Once you got the confidence in what you want, and then you start taking action, then you do competence. Oh man. Things that used to stop you in your tracks don't bother you anymore. Things that used to discourage you become invisible to you. Because when you calibrated and confident in what you want, you're already calibrated. So the algorithm and the numbers don't decalibrate you because you weren't calibrated to them to start with. What they talking about on CNN doesn't decalibrate you because you already calibrate. I wasn't calibrated to you to start with. So what you saying not affecting me. You gotta realize what other people say about you, what other people think about you, doesn't matter. Now, what you think about what they think about you, that matters. That alters your nervous system. That alters your endocrine system. But if you never take time to decalibrate from your goal to calibrate to what they're talking about, it can't stop you. Stop calibrating to other people. Calibrate to your goal. Calibrate to your goal over and over and over and over again until you become confident in your goal. That's when magic happens. That's when you start finding yourself in the right place at the right time. That's when people want to do business with you. That's when people want to take a chance on you. That's when people want to spend money with you, want to invest in you. That's when people want to hang out with you. That's when people want to be around you. When you clear, calibrated, and confident in your outcome. One clear, calibrated, confident person will outwork hundreds of unclear, uncalibrated people. One clear, calibrated, confident person will outwork thousands of unclear, uncalibrated, unconfident people. Do yourself a favor. Take a quick look at what you don't want. Don't associate with it. Don't get wrapped up in it. But look at what you don't want and ask yourself, what would I rather have? Get descriptive about what you would rather have. And as you get descriptive about what you would rather have, what's going to happen is you're going to start calibrating to what you would rather have. You're going to take your attention off of what you don't want and you're going to wrap yourself in what you would like to have. The reason so many people never get what they want is because they so wrapped up in what they don't want. They so focused on the problem that they can't allow the solution. You're not going to do that anymore. You're going to notice the problem, but you're going to look at the problem and you're going to ask yourself, what would I rather have? And you're going to stop focusing on the problem and you're going to start focusing on this outcome that you want. Where attention goes, energy flows. When you work on the problem gets bigger. I need you to understand that tiny problems have tiny solutions. Medium problems have medium solutions. Really big problems have really big solutions. If you got a really big problem going on in your life, that means it's a really big solution out there with your name on it. But in order to allow that solution into your life, you got to take your attention off of that problem. You got to turn your back on that problem and allow yourself to become the type of person that can resonate with the solution. The question and the answer are two different frequencies. Okay? The question and the answer are two different frequencies. You can't stay on the frequency of the question and expect to attract the answer. You got to rise above the frequency that you were at when you asked the question. Big problems have big solutions. Stop focusing on that big problem so you can allow that big solution to flow to you. You could be, do, and have anything you desire, but it's going to require you to start thinking on purpose. It's going to require you to start using your imagination on purpose. If you can think it, you can do it. If you can't think it, you can't do it. But if you can think it, You can do it. If you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hands. Can't hold it in your head, don't worry about holding it in your hands because you won't. But the good news is you are a creator and creators create. And when you start creating on purpose, when you start getting intentional with your attention and you start allowing yourself to just think in the direction of what you want, you're going to start coming up with good ideas on accident. You're going to start meeting the right people on accident. You're going to start being in the right place at the right time on accident. You're going to start waking up with your out of your sleep with good ideas. You're going to be driving down the street and you're going to get an idea. And eventually these ideas pick up so much momentum. Eventually these coincidences pick up so much momentum. Eventually you know the right people to get it started and you feel so good about it that you could not take action even if you wanted to. Do yourself a favor and understand that where the mind goes, the body follows. Start sending your mind to your success. You don't got to use willpower to move your body. You got to use willpower to direct your mind. Use willpower to start thinking in terms of what you want. Use willpower to catch yourself and go, I'm not going to think about that. I'm going to think about this because I can be, do, and have anything I desire, but upset that it's not here yet, it's not desire. Angry that it's not here yet, it's not desire. Ain't no other people who have it, it's not desire. Desire is when I put my attention on it and imagine myself moving closer to it. What's going on, cousin? And as you start doing that, as you start thinking on purpose, watch how miracles start happening in your life. And the reason I put miracles in air quotes because it, is it really a miracle if that's how God set it up in the first place? Is it really a miracle if that's how God intended for it to work in the first place? Like, do you consider it a miracle when an acorn becomes an oak tree? Or is it just the way it's supposed to go? Do you consider it a miracle when a sperm cell turns into a baby? That, or is that just the way God created to go? God created your thoughts. God created you in a way that your thoughts turn into things. And when you learn how to discipline your mind and you start healing your body and you start growing your finances, it's not a miracle. It's the way that God said that it should go. God said you have not because you ask not. So when you finally start asking and then you getting what you asking for, it's not a miracle. That's how it's designed. That's what's supposed to happen. Stop playing yourself cheap. Stop acting like an accident. You're not an accident. You could be, do, and have anything you desire. Your only limit in life is your own imagination. And you're going to challenge yourself to start thinking on purpose. You're going to challenge yourself to start redirecting your mind when it goes in the direction of the opposite that you want. You're going to get in the habit of changing the channel of life when the movie you watching causing you to feel other than the way that you want to feel. You're going to start being disciplined with your thinking and you're going to start giving your undivided attention to thoughts that give life. You're gonna start giving your undivided attention to thoughts that motivate you. You're gonna start giving your undivided attention to thoughts that inspire you. And as you do that, you're gonna find yourself accidentally being successful. When you start thinking on purpose, you will find yourself accidentally being successful. Change your thinking. That's the only way that you got. That's the only thing you got to change. You don't got to change what you're doing. You don't got to change how you acting. If you change your thinking, the actions will take care of itself. Your thoughts create your feelings, and your feelings create your actions. Your thoughts and your feelings play in this circle, and eventually they spit out an action. Stop trying to change your action. Change what you're thinking so you can change what you're feeling, and watch how you act different on action. If we can get you feeling successful, if I can just get you feeling successful, you'll start doing successful on accident. If I could just get you feeling capable, you will start exercising your capability on accident. That's your work. Your work is to start feeling like that thing that you desire so that you can start moving toward it on accident. And what better way to feel than that magical power that you have called an imagination? Start using it on purpose. Because that same imagination that you're using to create anxiety, if it can create anxiety, it can create confidence. If it can create depression, it can create bliss. It's the same imagination. You just got to start using it on purpose. You can be, do, and have anything. Your only limit is your own thinking. And now that you know better, you're going to do better. You know that every problem is a thinking problem. The only reason you don't have those things that you desire is because you haven't been thinking constructively. You haven't been thinking on purpose. You've been responding to what's going on, but you haven't been saying, I would rather have this and wrapping your attention around this, whatever this is. You can be, do, and have anything you desire. Get clarity, get calibrated, get confident, then do competence and do that consistently and watch how it bless your life. I'm about to get out of here. Y'all take it easy. I love y'all and ain't a thing y'all can do about it.